Oh! Hello, everybody. What's up? So, I, I'm gonna talk to you guys about a few things. Um, First things first, that joke video I made yesterday about Mac, the guy hit me back on Twitter. Apparently he watched my video, and then he like burned me on Twitter, which is pretty great. I think I think that is properly hilarious. So some people might be angered by the diss. So yeah, I thought it was pretty great. He said, like my video was about the gamer tag that I use, Wyatt Derp. It's one of a few historical spoof gamer tags, and the group is Abe Lincoln, uh, uh, Rasputin. There's a couple other ones I can't really remember off the top of my head right now that I thought of when I was really high. So, yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah. I don't know. I said yes about 6 times. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty great. I thought it was funny. I got a good kick out of it when I woke up this morning. Oh. These I'll talk about an orc while I paint them. I got some new orcs in. I forgot to talk about them yesterday, I think. And these are them. This is one of them. He's a old school orc. I think it was one of the older models. I'm not sure. Whenever I googled old models, this is what they look like. Oh shit. Poop. There we go. This orc is what I'm working on. This is one of the orcs that whoever sold to me them is painted. So that's what they look like. I'm not really gonna fuck with the ones that are painted. I might eventually, but not right now. Oh, excuse me. I'd say a bowl of pasta. It's pretty tasty. Let's put some paint here on my mech. There's a lot of great stuff in Warhammer, and orcs is one of them. The orcs is the best, but really they're the best fantasy orc race I've ever heard of, in my opinion. They have the best fluff, you might call it. They're really good. I mean, I'm not really that up on many orcs, the way they were created, but I really like these spore orcs that run shit over. and when they die, they just spray out more spores. It's going to be. It's gonna be great. I think they're fantastic, and I'm really enjoying painting my orks. They're a lot of fun. They're quite whimsical, but the fluff that happened it will happen in the new books, in the new Warhammer books, being the Primaris Marines and other things. I need to get my dirty paws on the lore that happened in the fall of Cadia somehow. And it's not impossible for me, but I'm just gonna read the lore for the rule book and the Xenos 2 lore. See what all that has to say. And then I'll make a decision. You know what? We're gonna just completely black this dude's shoulder pad out. So yeah. I heard a fairly cogent argument from this dude named the Outer Circle about storytelling, and he was pretty salty in the way he delivered it. But he made a fairly decent point about the way that story's arc and all that. Where they go through their struggle, and they have their the establishment and their struggle and the finale, and that. To me, it seems like G-Dub's the Empire struggles at this point is like Goku dying in Dragon Ball. It just fucking happens all the time. Like all the fucking time. And so to me, I'm not exactly freaking out over Primaris Marines, but I can understand why people are upset. And I've heard a couple decently cogent arguments, I guess I'll call them, where they pointed out things in the fluff. And I'm not exactly sure how accurate they are because I don't have enough books and I haven't read or listened to enough books. I've listened to a few books, a few audiobooks, but just a shitload of lore off of YouTube. And I'm gonna read the lore of the upcoming book and decide what I think about it based off of what I know has happened. And that will be a major player in how I decide the Primaris Marines fit in the fluff. But all I've been thinking about up until now is how much I want to paint them. That sounds like a great deal of fun to me. Just painting them. They're fairly cheap on Amazon and eBay on pre-order. Because I think people are just reselling packs. Yeah. I like the new tank that's coming out. And I'm not sure about the lore of that either. Like I said, I'll have to read about these things deeper. But my suspicion, it's the Goku dead alive. He dies, but they always find the Dragon Ball kind of storytelling. And that works. But hey, I'm not here because of the complete story arc. I'm here because the orks are the best, and they have really great things about them in the lore. And they have other great things in the lore. Hopefully they don't ruin them. Anyways, everybody, have a nice day.